Lesson 8. Sharing and Giving.
Prosperity is your birthright, and you hold the key to more abundance than you can possibly imagine. You deserve every good thing you want, and the universe will give you every good thing you want, but you have to summon it into your life. Now you know the secret, and perhaps for the first time in your life, you will be able to buy things you've always wanted to buy, travel to places you've always wanted to go, and do things you've always wanted to do. Along with that, you have the incredible opportunity to be able to share your success with family and friends so that their lives can improve too. You can be, do, or have anything you want, but much of what you want to be, do, or have comes from the desire to share it with those closest to you. If you think about it, without someone to share it with, you would have very little desire to be, do, or have anything. There would be no motivation to propel you to get up in the morning, to work, to learn, to earn more money, to build a company, or create a better life. It's your contact and experiences with other people that give your life purpose and the ambition to succeed. Not only that, but the joy of sharing with those close to you feels so good that it helps to power even more success. In my own life, I was inspired to create The Secret in order to share this knowledge with the world, as well as my friends and family. I was born into quite humble beginnings. My parents worked really hard all their lives, but they never had much money. When my father died, my mother was not only left without the love of her life, she was also left with little money, and she had no income. My father died before the success of The Secret, so he never got to see that dream materialize. But my mother did. She had spent her whole life barely making ends meet, and then after The Secret, all of that changed. I remember one particular day when my mother called me in tears. She had gone into a store and purchased several items of clothing for herself. She was in tears because for the first time in her life, she had purchased clothes without having to ask how much they cost. If you've been lucky enough to have a parent who has dedicated their life to your growth and well-being, then you will understand how I felt that day. Nothing I could ever give to my mother would equal what she had given to me in my life. When you've mastered The Secret and you have attracted a life of abundance, you can't stop yourself from giving back and making a difference in the lives of others. The compassion you feel for people is so great that no matter what you do, no matter how much you give, you just want to do more. When you give back in whatever way you can, no matter how big or small, the happiness you feel in knowing you have helped another human being will never leave you. The joy and happiness you feel is so great that it can make you question the entire purpose of your life. In fact, the purpose of your life is joy. And so what do you think is the greatest joy in life? Giving. If a person had told me some years ago that the greatest joy in life is giving, I wouldn't have believed them. I would have said, that's fine for you to say, but I'm struggling to survive and barely making ends meet, so I've nothing to give. At that point in my life, I had reached an all-time low with money. I had several credit cards that were maxed out. My apartment was mortgaged to the hilt, and my company was in debt for millions of dollars. But having recently discovered the law of attraction, I realized that I had to feel good about money to bring it to me. That wasn't so easy, because every single day I was confronted by the mounting debt, with staff wages overdue and outstanding invoices to be paid. So I took drastic action. I walked to the nearest ATM and withdrew several $100s from my only credit card account that wasn't already overdrawn. I needed that money so badly to pay bills and buy food, but I took the money in my hand, walked down a busy street, and I gave the money away to people on the street. It was the first time in my life I had felt love for money. But it wasn't the money itself that caused me to feel love. It was giving the money to people that made me feel love for money. Afterwards, I had tears of joy about how good it felt to give money. On the very next business day, I received an unexpected payment of $25,000 to buy out my shares in a friend's company, an investment that I had forgotten all about. That money was heaven sent. It allowed me to keep my company afloat and to complete the documentary film of The Secret that we were working on at the time. I didn't set out to give money away to bring desperately needed money to me. I gave it away so I would feel good about money. I wanted to change a lifetime of feeling bad about money. If I had given away that money in order to get money, it would never have worked because it would have meant I was motivated by feeling a lack of money, which is negative, instead of being motivated by love. But if you give money away and you feel love when you give it, most surely it will return to you. The reason for this is that when you are generous with money and feel good about sharing it, you are emitting a frequency that says, I have plenty. That frequency is matched by the law of attraction, and you will always have plenty of money. However, your giving should be a giving without expectation of return, a giving for the sheer joy of it. People far too often misunderstand this important point about giving. They only give with an expectation of return. That's giving with an ulterior motive. It's not giving for the sheer joy of it, and it is certainly not giving with love. On the other hand, giving from a heart that is overflowing with love feels so much better. In fact, it is one of the most joyous things you can do. When you give from a full heart, you emit a signal of plenty of money, and the law of attraction will grab hold of that signal and flood even more into your life. However, you can't trick the law of attraction. Your giving must be sincere, and you must feel it in your heart. If your financial situation does not allow you to feel love sincerely in your heart as you give money, then you should probably reconsider giving money. Instead, you can give in many other ways which are equally powerful. Give love and appreciation to people. Give gratitude for what you have. Give a helping hand. Give a kind gesture, give a smile, and give the best of yourself to everyone you meet. As you take action through sincere giving, the law of attraction will respond, and you will be given to in every area of your life through people, circumstances, and events. A married couple with 4 children had found the house of their dreams for sale, but unfortunately, it was well outside their budget. Nevertheless, the husband visualized his family living in this house with so much feeling and joy that he came to believe it would be theirs. A couple of weeks later, the husband was getting lunch at a cafe not far from the location of his dream home. An older lady in front of him was holding up the queue as she was unable to pay because she had left her purse in her car. She excused herself and went out to retrieve her money. The man ordered lunch to go and then headed out to his own car. In the parking lot, he noticed the lady standing by her car, looking a little distressed. He approached her to see what was wrong. It turned out she had locked her keys, along with her purse, inside the car. He asked her if she had a spare key, and she said yes, but it was at home. He offered to drive her there and back, and she accepted gratefully. As he approached her driveway, he realized that her house was the exact dream home that he and his wife had wanted to buy. She went inside to retrieve her spare key, and he spent those few moments visualizing living there just as he had done for the previous 2 weeks. When she returned, he told her that he loved her house and that he would buy it if only he could afford it. She looked at him thoughtfully and then asked how much he could afford. He was a little embarrassed, but he named his figure. She considered that in quiet contemplation, then blew his mind when she said, "Okay, you can have it." They worked out the terms on the spot, and he received his dream home at a bargain price, and all as a direct consequence of giving a helping hand without any expectation of return. There are so many opportunities for you to give and thereby open the door to receiving. Give kind words, give a smile, give appreciation and love. In fact, your love, your joy, your positivity, your excitement, your gratitude, and your passion are the true and everlasting gifts in life. All the riches in the world cannot even come close to the most priceless gift in all of creation, the love inside you. And so as you give with love, the law of attraction must return to you the sheer joy and untold happiness of everything you want and love.